Hey there, let me give you a quick little demonstration of the Dagobah Duo. So what you do for the small one, open up this back area, and then because the chassis can get stuck here, so you take this off, which is, by the way, it's magnetized. Take this off, you pull out this little piece here, and then the chassis will slide right out. Now, when you look here, the way to turn this on is this button right here. Oh, I turned it off. Now I'm going to turn it on.
The dark side I sense in you.
The color of the LEDs will be either red, green, or yellow. Green means it's a fully charged battery. Yellow means it's not fully charged, and red will mean it needs to be charged. Make sure you always put the plus side of the battery towards the back, and the minus goes towards the front. So this button turns on the Saber, and this is the power button. So now it's off,
The dark side
and now it's
I
on.
sense in you.
And this is the second button on the other side. So the way to put this back in, of course, is put this in first. This button right here goes here. And of course, this button is on the other side right here. So carefully line it up. Put it in. If it gets stuck, then you don't have it lined up right, because there's a tiny little screw in there that makes it line up with a groove in the chassis. So you push it in, twist till it goes in. Then if you want to put this on, you can. Hard to do here while trying to look through the camera. You take this small little piece, put it in the hole here. If you want to test it to see if you got it right, you can push it down. Now, if it doesn't make any noise, it means you need to adjust it a little bit. So I'm actually going to open this up. Make sure I got it turned on.
The dark side
There.
I sense in you.
I didn't have it turned on, so put this back in. If you want to push this little piece in the hole, the way to tell if it's working is test it.
The dark side I sense in you.
Plug this back out, push this back in. Let's test it, but don't tip it. Okay, now that we know it's incorrect, we can close up the vented pommel. This piece is magnetized. It just goes over it and sticks. Kind of sensitive, so it's hard to get it just perfectly, but after you figure it out, it works great. So that's the small one. The large one works basically about the same way. You want to hold the buttons downward, because the buttons inside there are loose. And if you hold it downward, the buttons will stay down. If you try to take this out, you might be able to get it out, but these buttons might interfere. So hold it down, pull this out. Again, the plus side goes to the back, and the minus to the front. Again, there is the button that turns it on.
The dark side I sense in you.
And these are the two buttons that turn it on. So remember, this is the on-off button. The chassis is now off.
The dark side I sense in you.
The chassis is now on. And then remember, when you're going to put this in, hold the buttons downward so that when the buttons are going in, it goes in. If it does get stuck, just put your finger down inside there and push the buttons down. It just has to get over the buttons. Once it's in, you can then put this back on, and then you have the final Saber. And remember, the upper part of this button turns it on, and a little bit further down is Axe's button 2. So both buttons are in this area right here. Takes a little bit of practice to turn them on, but once you get it down, it works good. Hope that works out good for you. Knowing where the on-off switch is very important. Take care. Have a great day.